First image story. Title: The Confidence Umbrella. On a drizzly evening in a quaint coastal town, amidst the soft pattering of raindrops, there stood a lady named Amelia. She held an elegant umbrella, its canopy adorned with a unique design. Instead of the usual patterns of flowers or stripes, this umbrella displayed the word confidence in bold, stylish letters. Amelia's choice of umbrella wasn't random, it held a special meaning for her. Amelia had always found solace in the soothing rhythm of the rain. To her, it was a reminder of life's challenges, just as each droplet was a problem. But she believed in the power of confidence, just like the protection her umbrella offered against the rain. As she stood by the shoreline, gazing into the horizon, she contemplated her own journey. The waves crashed against the rocks, much like the obstacles she had encountered. Yet, she stood tall, under the comforting embrace of her confidence umbrella. People passing by couldn't help but notice the unusual design on her umbrella and its powerful message. Some smiled in understanding, while others were curious. One elderly woman approached Amelia and asked, "Why confidence, dear?" Amelia smiled, her eyes reflecting the ocean's wisdom. "Because, just like this umbrella shields me from the rain, confidence shields us from life's problems. It's the armor we carry within ourselves to face any storm." The elderly woman nodded in agreement, touched by Amelia's profound words. She continued on her way, but Amelia's message lingered in her heart. Amelia's simple act of holding that umbrella became a source of inspiration for many. Strangers passing by felt a little more assured, as if a spark of confidence had been transferred to them through her presence. The rain eventually subsided, and Amelia began to fold her cherished umbrella. As she did so, a young boy approached her, his eyes filled with curiosity. "Can I ask you something?" he inquired. Amelia nodded, encouraging him to speak. The boy hesitated before finally blurting out, "Where can I get an umbrella like yours, one that says confidence?" Amelia smiled warmly and handed him a card with a local shop's address that sold customized umbrellas. "You can find it there, young one. Remember, confidence is something you carry within you, but an umbrella like this can remind you of its strength." With newfound determination, the young boy thanked her and ran off, his heart lighter and his steps more assured. As Amelia walked away from the shore, her confidence umbrella now folded and tucked under her arm, she knew that sometimes, the simplest gestures could make the most significant impact. She had not just shielded herself from the rain, but had also shared the idea that confidence, like an umbrella, could protect and empower anyone who chose to embrace it. Second image story. Title: Stars of Connection. Once upon a time, in two distant corners of the world, lived a couple whose separation was far more profound than mere physical distance. Maria and Alex had fallen in love when they were young, their hearts interlocking like puzzle pieces from the very beginning. But life's twists and turns had led them on divergent paths, and now they found themselves living continents apart. Their separation was more than a matter of miles. It was a chasm of responsibilities and commitments that seemed impossible to bridge. Alex was an ambitious architect who had relocated to New York City to pursue his dreams, while Maria, a brilliant marine biologist, had been stationed on a remote island in the Pacific Ocean to study coral reefs. The demands of their respective careers were relentless, leaving them with little choice but to endure this painful separation. Yet, despite the vast expanse that separated them, there was one thing that kept their spirits alive and their love burning brightly. Every night, as the sun dipped below the horizon and darkness enveloped their worlds, Maria and Alex would stand beneath the starry sky. With a sense of longing that transcended time and space, they would raise their hands toward the heavens, their fingers almost touching the glittering stars. Each night, as they gazed at the same celestial tapestry, they imagined that their outstretched hands could somehow bridge the gap between them. It was as if the stars themselves were witnesses to their love, twinkling with approval. The couple's nightly ritual became a source of solace and a symbol of their enduring love. They would share stories of their day, whisper sweet nothings into the night breeze, and make promises to each other under the watchful gaze of the stars. In those moments, the distance seemed to vanish, and they felt as close as they had ever been. As time passed, Maria and Alex's careers flourished, and they achieved great success in their respective fields. Yet, the ache of separation never faded. they yearned to hold each other's hands, to feel the warmth of their bodies next to one another, and to look into each other's eyes without the aid of technology. One fateful night, as they stood beneath the starry canopy, something magical happened. A shooting star streaked across the sky, blazing a trail of light that seemed to connect their outstretched hands. They gasped in awe, feeling an electric charge pass between them. In that moment, they realized that their love, like the stars above, was timeless and boundless. The physical distance between them may have been vast, but their hearts remained intimately entwined. The shooting star had granted them a wish they hadn't even voiced, a reaffirmation of their love's strength. From that night forward, Maria and Alex cherished their nightly ritual even more, knowing that the universe itself had acknowledged their love. And as they raised their hands toward the starry sky, they did so with a renewed sense of hope and an unshakable belief that one day, they would bridge the divide and hold each other's hands beneath the same stars. Their love story became legendary among their friends and colleagues, a testament to the power of love that defied distance and time. And though they couldn't be together in person, Maria and Alex remained connected across the starry night, where their love shone brighter than any constellation in the vast expanse of the universe. Third image story. Title: Crimson Prophecy. In the heart of a desolate and arid land, beneath a blood-red moon, a withered tree stood alone, its gnarled branches stretching out like bony fingers clawing at the heavens. The night was eerily silent, devoid of the usual sounds of nocturnal creatures. It was as if nature itself held its breath, anticipating the ominous message that the red moon bore. For generations, the people of this land had regarded the red moon as a harbinger of doom, a celestial sentinel that warned of impending catastrophe. They believed that whenever the moon bathed the world in its crimson glow, a terrible fate would befall them. And tonight, the moon hung heavy in the sky, casting an eerie scarlet light across the parched landscape. Beneath the crimson canopy of the night, an elderly sage named Alaric sat in contemplation near the ancient tree. His frail form seemed to blend with the twisted branches and gnarled roots, as if he were an extension of the very earth he rested upon. Alaric was the keeper of ancient wisdom, the one who had deciphered the language of the red moon and the tree. As the red moon ascended higher in the sky, its glow intensified, casting long shadows that danced around Alaric like specters from another world. The dried tree, its twisted limbs stark against the crimson backdrop, seemed to murmur secrets only Alaric could comprehend. It told the story of a world burdened by the weight of human folly, a world that had sapped the vitality from Mother Earth herself. Alaric closed his eyes, reaching out with his senses to embrace the night. He could feel the pulse of the land, its heartbeats slow and weak, a reflection of the world's apathy towards nature. The red moon, he believed, was not a bringer of doom but a plea from the cosmos, a call to awaken and mend the wounds inflicted upon the earth. With a voice as ancient as time itself, Alaric began to chant. His words resonated with the energy of the land, weaving a spell that reached out to every corner of the dry and lifeless landscape. He implored his people to listen to the message of the red moon, to rekindle their connection with the earth, and to heal the wounds they had inflicted upon it. As Alaric's chant echoed through the night, something remarkable began to happen. The withered tree, which had stood as a symbol of desolation, slowly began to sprout new leaves. The parched ground beneath it, long starved of moisture, began to tremble as a hidden wellspring of life surged forth. The crimson moon, which had once been seen as an omen of despair, now bathed the land in a hopeful light. It was a reminder that even in the darkest of times, there was a chance for renewal and redemption. In the days that followed, the people of the land came together, inspired by Alaric's message. They worked tirelessly to restore the earth's vitality, planting trees, revitalizing rivers, and nurturing the once barren land back to life. The red moon, now a symbol of hope, watched over them as a silent guardian. The night was no longer lifeless, for the people had awakened to their responsibility as stewards of the earth. They had heeded the message of the red moon and the wisdom of the withered tree, and in doing so, they had forged a new destiny for themselves and their world. In the end, the red moon was no longer a forbidding omen but a beacon of change and transformation, a reminder that even in the face of despair, humanity had the power to heal and restore, just as Mother Earth herself had always done. Fourth image story. Title: Love Unleashed, a Foxy Tale. Once upon a time, in the heart of a lush, enchanting forest, there lived two extraordinary fox couples. They were known far and wide for their love that transcended species boundaries. In this quaint woodland, amidst emerald canopies and the gentle rustling of leaves, they taught the world a profound lesson, that love knows no bounds, and its language is universal. Meet Fiona and Felix, a pair of majestic red foxes, and Luna and Leo, a couple of sly gray foxes. Despite their physical differences and the distinct quirks of their species, they had found something remarkable, a bond that made their love undeniably unique. Fiona, with her fiery russet fur, and Felix, with his bright red coat, was the epitome of elegance and charm in the forest. Their love story began when they locked eyes one sunny morning near the sparkling brook. From that moment, they were inseparable. Their love was evident to all who saw them. They nuzzled under the moonlight, frolicked through meadows, and often found solace in each other's embrace. On the other side of the forest, Luna and Leo were the embodiment of cunning grace. Gray foxes were known for their agility, and Luna and Leo were no exception. They had a shared passion for climbing trees and playing hide-and-seek among the moss-covered rocks. But what truly set them apart was the way they showed their affection. Luna and Leo's love was expressed in their mischievous antics, playful chases, teasing pounces, and secret woodland rendezvous. One day, the four foxes crossed paths in the heart of the forest. Fiona and Felix, with their regal demeanor, were initially puzzled by Luna and Leo's energetic and spontaneous nature. Luna and Leo, in turn, were amused by Fiona and Felix's poise. However, as they spent time together, they realized that despite their differences, their hearts beat to the same rhythm of love. They watched as Fiona and Felix cuddled under the shimmering moon, their tails entwined like a promise of eternal togetherness. Luna and Leo, inspired by this display of affection, decided to create their own unique love language. They began to chase fireflies together, their laughter echoing through the woods like music. As days turned into months, the four foxes formed an inseparable bond. They discovered that love, in all its forms, transcends species, language, and appearance. Their love became a symbol of unity in the forest, teaching all creatures that while everyone may be different, the language of love is the same. And so, in the heart of the enchanted forest, two extraordinary fox couples continued to hug each other in love, indicating that love is indeed universal. They showed the world that regardless of our differences, love has the power to unite us all in a beautiful, harmonious bond, much like the enchanting forest itself. Fifth image story. Title: Eternal Pursuit. In a world cloaked in perpetual darkness, where time had lost its meaning, there existed a peculiar couple, Adam and Eve. They were not bound by destiny, nor were they star-crossed lovers. Instead, they were bound by an eternal chase toward a solitary source of light. Their existence was peculiar because, for countless days, they had been running toward that elusive beacon of hope. It was not a race, but a relentless pursuit for salvation. The light was not a mere glow, it was their only source of life. Without it, they would be condemned to the abyss, forever shrouded in darkness. Adam, with his muscular build and unwavering determination, led the way. Eve, his beloved companion, followed with grace and resilience that only love could provide. Their journey was devoid of words, for they had long ago exhausted all forms of communication. It was as if they had been running for eternity, never knowing rest, never knowing respite. As they pushed forward through the oppressive void, they encountered countless obstacles. Chasms of despair, cliffs of doubt, and forests of uncertainty tested their resolve. Yet, they clung to the belief that one day, their relentless pursuit would bear fruit, and they would bask in the warmth of the ever-elusive light. They could feel the light's tantalizing warmth just beyond their reach, teasing them with its presence. It was not a mirage, they were certain of that. The light was their only chance at breaking free from the chains of their dark world. Their very existence depended on it. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and months into what could only be described as a timeless eternity. Yet, they refused to yield to despair. They kept moving forward, their footsteps echoing through the void, a testament to their unwavering determination. Then, one fateful day, as they rounded a corner of desolation, they saw it, a glimmer of hope that grew brighter with each step. The light was not a distant dream any longer, it was within their grasp. Tears filled their eyes as they quickened their pace, the light's brilliance illuminating their path. With trembling hands, they finally reached the exit. The light enveloped them, bathing them in its ethereal glow. For the first time in what felt like an eternity, they could see each other's faces, tired, weathered, yet full of love and triumph. Their pursuit had come to an end. They had escaped the clutches of the never-ending darkness, and in that moment, they understood the true meaning of their journey. It wasn't about reaching the light, it was about their enduring love and unwavering commitment to each other. Hand in hand, Adam and Eve stepped into the light, leaving behind the darkness that had defined their existence. They had found their way out, not because they had to, but because their love had led them there. And as they walked into the unknown, their hearts were filled with the radiant warmth of the light, illuminating their path to a new beginning,